Yeah, I might, but let me tell you, Canelo Crawford.
Oh, that's going to be interesting because I would like to see Crawford do it. I can't see. Listen.
It's Friday and Bob.
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating, Crawford. I'm not even hesitating.
You would think that after watching Terence Crawford dismantle Canelo Alvarez in September, the entire boxing world would be in agreement on what happens next. But one voice has remained dangerously quiet until now. Mike Tyson, the man who originally bet against Crawford, has finally broken his silence. And what he just said about a potential rematch isn't just an endorsement, it is a severe warning that changes the entire landscape of the sport. Tyson has completely flipped the script. He's no longer talking about size advantages or weight classes. Instead, he's pointing to a specific, brutal reality that Canelo Alvarez refuses to accept. While Canelo is busy chasing a revenge clause that might not even exist, Tyson is looking at the bigger picture, and he sees a trap being set. If you rewind to August 2025, just weeks before the historic fight, Mike Tyson was one of the loudest voices claiming that Crawford had bitten off more than he could chew. He respected the skill, sure, but he couldn't get past the physics. He said that Canelo was simply too big, too strong, and too durable for a guy moving up 2 weight classes. Tyson was convinced that, on paper, Crawford didn't stand a chance.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky, yeah.
Or one of them.
Crawford.
It's tricky. I want Crawford to win, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. You know, I would like for that to happen, but this guy's a hard puncher. He's a smart fighter. He can move. I'm just curious. I just want to see it. I want to be there and see it. Because listen, there's been upsets like that before. You know, Henry Armstrong, 124 pounds, he beat the 146-pound champ. So, you know, you never know. Anything can happen when 2 men are in a ring or in a basketball court. Anything can happen.
But that narrative has been shattered. He admitted bluntly and without hesitation that he got it wrong.
I don't know. Canelo's still, he's not really out of his peak yet. He's still good. He's not washed up.
He's really good. He's not washed up.
No.
But Bud Crawford is... I don't think Crawford gonna lose. Like, I might be... But I lost a lot. I bet a lot on you, Tyson. Yo, listen. It ain't about losing. It's just his skill. See, the thing is with me, this is what I explained the other day on the podcast, right?
The only thing, the boxing people don't know more. The only thing they know is how much the guy runs and trains. But when they come in 2 men in the ring, anything can happen. I don't care what, anything can happen.
This isn't just a casual change of heart. For Tyson to completely abandon his stance on weight classes speaks volumes. He's realized that what we saw in September wasn't a fluke. It was a paradigm shift. Tyson is convinced that a second fight would only end in a more decisive, perhaps even more humiliating result for the Mexican superstar.
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
Canelo, don't do it. Don't try to seek revenge versus Terence Bud Crawford. There's a saying that whatever goes up must come down. And ladies and gentlemen, Canelo Alvarez, I've been trying to warn Canelo Alvarez, do not make the same mistake that Roy Jones Jr., my favorite fighter at the time, made. There was nothing left to prove. He went out there, became the heavyweight champion of the world, came right back down, fought Antonio Tarver, controversial victory, nothing left to prove, should have retired right there. He fought him again, knocked out. Then fought Glenn Johnson, knocked out, just got worse. Never got better after that. Canelo Alvarez, you're not mentally prepared. Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather took your old, Dimitri Bivol took your heart, Terence Bud Crawford took your soul. In the rematch, Bud Crawford will knock you out. If you fight anybody, they will knock you out too.
While Tyson is sounding the alarm, Canelo Alvarez seems to be living in a completely different reality. Just days ago, the Mexican superstar walked into the TV Azteca studios and dropped a bombshell that has shocked the boxing world. Despite the brutal loss in September and the fact that he is currently nursing a surgically repaired elbow, Canelo confirmed that negotiations for a rematch are already underway. But here's the part that sounds almost delusional. Canelo isn't asking for this fight because he admits he was bested. He's asking for it because he genuinely believes the first fight was closer than people think.
People were saying 10-2, 9-3. I've got it 9-3.
The scoring was diabolical. The best, absolute best case scenario is
8-4.
Is that 8-4.
Yeah.
And even that didn't happen. 7-5 absolutely didn't happen. The judging, as I've said, and this winds me up. I know that the right man's won, so I should just be in a celebratory mode.
Yeah.
But I said in the predictions, Crawford will win this fight, but Canelo will get the decision, and they tried.
No, but it's by the by now because it's a unanimous points decision, Victor. Everybody here knows he won. Everybody, you felt the arena go quiet for Canelo from round 8 onwards, and you felt the noise for the Crawford supporters in there. There will always be problems with judging. There's always...
Reports coming out of Mexico suggest Canelo is ignoring the no rematch reality and is using his massive leverage to score a second bout in mid-2026. He's convinced that an injury-free camp changes the outcome. However, the timeline is a disaster. With Canelo out until at least the second quarter of 2026, he is effectively asking Terence Crawford to sit on the shelf for months.
Is this generation's GOAT, in my humble opinion, right? Usyk is the only one who comes close, beat a lot of great heavyweights. We tend to, and we should, see lighter guys as more technical than heavyweights. Like the greatest heavyweight of all time isn't as technical as the greatest welterweight of all time. Lighter weights can do more stuff. So when I look at the GOAT conversation, I usually, every now and then there's an Ali or there's a heavyweight where you go, oh, that guy is pound for pound great. And Usyk, we have one right now that's pound for pound great. Also a lighter heavyweight. Post Mayweather, I think Crawford is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I think Terence Crawford is that guy 100%.
The second half of the fight put an emphasis on the fact that Bud was in fact outboxing him in the first half of the fight. It is one of the biggest wins in boxing history. And now let Uncle Max gather around, children, and I will explain this. This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that.
Right.
I don't count that.
Right.
Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing.
Legit.
And he did it.
Terence Crawford, however, is not the type of man to sit around and wait for a paycheck. While Canelo plays politics in Mexico, Crawford has already shifted his gaze to a new, arguably more dangerous target. In a video that instantly went viral, Crawford was seen sitting ringside, staring directly into the camera with a message for the unified middleweight champion, Janibek Alimkhanuly. His words were short, chilling, and precise. "I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck." This isn't just trash talk, it is a calculated hunt. Crawford is looking to become a 6-weight world champion, and he has identified Janibek, the man known as Kazakh style, as the next victim. Janibek is the boogeyman of the 160-pound division, a fighter so dangerous that most champions throw their belts in the trash rather than face him. By calling him out, Crawford is doing what Canelo refused to do for years. He is running toward the danger, signaling that he plans to conquer the middleweight division while Canelo recovers.
And I would bet money on this. Canelo went over to Crawford and he said, "Good fight, let's do it again."
Yeah.
And you could see the way that Crawford nodded to him and as if to say, yeah.
I'm on BoxRec, and at super middleweight right now, there's no one there. Look, other than Hamza Shiraz, it don't mean much. Jamal Charlo.
Eubank Junior, I told you, man.
Eubank Junior.
Good money. Good money.
Would he fight Charlo out of frustration? No, but he don't have to.
No disrespect,
He
right?
made good numbers.
But Eubank Jr. is only really big in this country. It's not big in
That's
America.
right.
He's a
But
middleweight.
Crawford is now massive in America.
Yeah, but there's
True.
no one there. The biggest fight is Canelo.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
for Crawford to
Cannelo's
face
the
Eubank
biggest
Jr.
But what I'm saying
If
is,
you're Terence Crawford, he probably wouldn't even get motivated to fight Chris
Exactly.
Eubank.
Money though.
but
Just one
who
side
else is he
beat
going to
down.
fight?
Chris Eubank Jr.'s got business with Conor Benn anyway.
Let them crack on with that.
Yeah.
Nah, but money-wise, I'm saying if he
There's no one
he
there.
could not fight Canelo, that is the only
No,
other
but he
fight that
will
makes sense
fight
money-wise.
Lara,
I said if.
Yeah,
Carlos
right,
Adames, Aaron McKenna. I mean, these guys don't mean
Yeah.
there's
Nah,
nothing there, bro.
money fight.
You retire rather than fight,
If
Chris.
not, he would have fought Boots if it was anything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just think if Canelo was using the jab effectively, hard, the guy wouldn't have been able to come in because the guy was coming in because he wasn't worried about Canelo's jab. So he got more aggressive and he got brave. If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right in on him like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight.
This is the nightmare scenario for Canelo's team. If Crawford moves up to 160 and defeats a monster like Janibek, his legacy becomes untouchable. We aren't talking about a money fight anymore. We are talking about a resume that rivals the greatest of all time. Janibek represents a different kind of threat. He's a southpaw with crushing power and an awkward style that ruins careers. For Crawford to voluntarily invite that kind of smoke proves that he isn't just chasing checks.
I did want to ask you about Terence Crawford as well.
Yeah.
A lot going on with him at the moment. No one knows his next move.
Right.
What would you like his next move to be?
I think he should go down and win a title at 160 because he won at 47, 40, 54, 68. Go get 60 and you closed it off. That's fine.
Yeah. Would you like to see a rematch with Canelo?
Not really.
Okay. What about Canelo, I guess? What would you like to see in the future
I
for him?
don't know. Canelo can do anything he wants to. He's done so much already. There's really not much left for him to do. So it's really, I think Canelo probably could either take the rematch or close the door because Canelo's done way more than that.
Yeah.
Do you see any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek because he's had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. He's not fighting enough. You gotta earn those skills. I love how he fights. He's big. He's strong. He's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fight? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
So now, Terence Crawford with 3 very different doors open in front of him, and the entire sport is waiting to see which one he chooses. Behind door number 1 is Canelo Alvarez. This is the bank heist. It's a guaranteed $100 million payday, massive global attention, and a chance to embarrass the Mexican icon twice. But the cost is time. Waiting until 2026 is a lifetime for a fighter in his late 30s, and the risk of ring rust is real.
Would you be interested in seeing a rematch, or would the fight be the same? Would it ultimately end up the same way?
I don't know. It's up to those 2 guys. They want to do a rematch, do a rematch. If not, keep it moving.
Would you watch it, or not any real interest?
I'm pretty sure I'll watch it. If they did it again, I'm pretty sure I would.
Where do you think Canelo goes from here?
He's still the great of the sport. He took a loss and then bounced back.
Do you think he should go for the immediate rematch?
Nah.
Behind door number 2 is Janibek Alimkhanuly. This is the legacy play. It's a fight for history, a chance to become a champion in a 4th weight class, or 6th depending on how you count. It's a high-danger, lower-money fight against a prime killer who wants to take Crawford's head off.
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janibek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4 division undisputed champion. Where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best. My thing is that it's the fights are definitely in a different caliber. My favorite all-time fighter will be and shall always be Sugar Ray Robinson. And he was just an amazing fighter. I don't think that there'll ever be anybody to eclipse what he did.
Got it.
Not even for the fact of because he lost. Back in the days, you had to fight hard, so that's why you lost. This is a different time now. It's a different time, but Terrence is definitely right there. I'm very proud of him, and I think that he is in the heyday of his career, so he needs to, of course, maximize his potential, fight the right fights, control the right environment, and he's on his way to the Hall of Fame, without a doubt.
And then there is door number 3, Jaron Boots Ennis, the young lion. This is the fight the purists want, the classic passing of the torch. But as many insiders have noted, including voices from the UK boxing scene, this might be the highest risk of them all, with the lowest financial reward. Beating Boots proves you're still young. Losing to him ends the myth instantly.
Is Terence Crawford, is a fight with Terence Crawford realistic, you think, or is it just like, nah, it's not gonna happen?
Of course it's not gonna happen. Listen, my man TC did the unthinkable, the unbelievable, the unimaginable. He knocked off Canelo from 3 weight classes below. And I'm TC all the way.
But if he doesn't decide to retire, sticks around, maybe tries to fully unify 160, is there a world where you could see Jaron Ennis and Terence getting it on because there's just so much attention for it?
Well, I think it's attention, but Terence is on another level right now. I mean, he's on another level.
When you say another level, do you mean like marketability-wise, name-wise, or you mean talent-wise?
All the above. All the above.
So he's a notch or two above Jaron even.
Exactly. Boots has to get there. He's not there yet.
Mike Tyson's warning was just the beginning. The reality is that Terence Crawford has outgrown Canelo Alvarez. He has options that are dangerous, historic, and frankly, more exciting than a rematch with a wounded ex-champion.
So you cannot sit there and tell me that there is a more marketable fight out there for both these guys than running it back once again. Your plan to have him drop down to 160 and fight Erislandy Lara is stupid. Canelo Alvarez is not going to move up to fight David Benavidez now at 175. There's nowhere to go. Like, Crawford could still try to conquer 160, but who is putting up real money for that? Canelo has already cleaned out the 168-pound division. Besides Terence Crawford, where else is he going to go? I just think the more time passes, the more we get away from the outcome of this fight, that's when people are going to start to realize that doing it one more time is in the best interest of both these guys. And for boxing, by the way, because that's another big event that you could put on the calendar.
You're pretty stupid for a smart guy, especially when it comes to matchmaking.
Canelo might be expressing his desires to the TV networks in Mexico, but Crawford is negotiating with history. The rematch clause makes it hard for Crawford to ignore the call-out, but one thing is for sure, it's on Crawford to decide when and where he will give Canelo his rematch. The question you have to ask yourself is simple. Does Terence Crawford need Canelo anymore? Or should he cement his status as the greatest fighter of the 21st century by slaying the middleweight monster Janibek? So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.